There we go, doing the correct recording. All right. Quick question for the class actually. How much prior HTML experience do you guys already have? Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome.
Hey.
All right, we'll wait a few more minutes here. But before we start, put in chat about how much prior HTML experience you have. Like, have you done HTML before this class or?
You say HTML or HD, P or D?
It's HTML.
HT, right?
Yes. I'll put it in chat here. HTML.
Oh, I never knew it. No, I never.
All right.
Sorry I'm late. I overslept.
It's okay.
Last night I was like so exhausted.
All right. We'll go ahead and just get started now. And if more people come in, we'll just go back. As usual, we'll be on REPL, link in chat. We'll go to this toolbar here. After we make an account, click Create. In the template, put in HTML and click on HTML CSS JS right here. And click Create REPL. Sorry, let's bring up my notes here. All right, today we're going to go into some of the more difficult HTML stuff. Things that aren't just like, color this or that. It's more about grouping things. How to group different parts of your website. Let's go ahead and begin just real quick. Very beginning. Shoot. Oh, my mic. There we go. Let's add an H1. No, that's untie. H1, and we'll just do something generic. Welcome to my website. And remember, all tags need to have this kind of like a beginning and end part here, the less than sign, greater than sign with a name, and then the less than sign slash name, greater than sign, right? All tags in HTML use the same format. Now, you've probably seen at some point here having tags that are inside other tags. For example, if I were to have a p tag like this, and then I would say this is very important, and then I could put important in bold. Just by doing another tag called B and wrapping it around the important word. Having a start tag and an end tag around a single word gives a certain style to that particular word. So if I run it, I see this is very important with important in bold. You don't have to write that down right now. I'm just showing you the idea of making sure we understand that tags can be put into other tags. And what that is called is nesting tags, where the p tag is the parent tag and the bold tag is the child. Because the bold tag is inside the p tag is the parent, and the bold tag is the child. Now, let's say we wanted to change the color of like a whole big area of our website. We could change the color like just all the H1s or the P's, or maybe we could like wrap the entire thing in another tag. But the most tags in HTML come with additional styling. So what we can do to be able to actually like change a big group of our website, but not actually style anything with that tag, is something called a div. To write a div, you do less than sign, div, greater than sign, and do be writing this down. Less than sign, div, greater than sign. You're going to see REPL make the in tag for you. So we're just going to take that in tag, copy it, delete it, and put it at the end here. And now if I run it, nothing changed, but that's good, because the idea is that we have a tag that is wrapped around all this code here. And now we can style all this code to how we want it to be without styling like all the H1s in our website or all the P's. One thing to do that is important when making these parent tags like this is to add tabs. For example, on the... Oh, shoot, you can't hear me? Can anyone else hear me?
Yeah, I can.
I can hear you.
Okay. Huh. Shoot. Yeah, they seem correct. Could just be their speaker. Yeah, it seems like everyone else can hear me.
I can hear you from the start.
All right. All right. Seems like they're good now. Okay.
They're just eating.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
All right. I haven't gotten confirmation that they can hear me. If you can hear me now, no, you can't. They can't, huh?
Is he just doing that on purpose, or he's just like, I don't care, I'm just gonna eat this food?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Wait.
Uh,
Is his mic on mute?
I would bet that's a problem. Oh wait. Now we can hear him. Oh yeah, it's two things here.
because I'm in here with telephone.
Okay. Huh, okay. All right. But you can hear me now, right?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Make sure to mute.
Yep. All right. Anyways, thank you for figuring that out. When having a parent tag, like a div here, it's important to actually add or some spacing to your child tabs. For example, on line 13 here, I'm going to go ahead and go right before the H1 and click tab. It is the key next to my Q. Welcome, welcome.
Teacher, D Teacher, my div tag isn't working.
Unless it's giving an error, it shouldn't do anything right now.
No, the below one, it doesn't even count as a tag. It doesn't write up blue.
All right.
That's a text.
Go ahead and copy a portion of your code and paste it in chat.
Okay.
All right. And to anyone new, I know a couple people came on here. Run REPL as usual, and the basic thing we're teaching right now is the idea of a div tag. Basically, a tag that can just be used as a wrapper or as a tab that is around chunks of your code. That way you can style the single.
Here.
Oh yeah, I see it. That all looks correct. Go ahead and thin your entire file. I just go Command A and then copy. I would bet you're missing one of these like quotation marks up here. But basically, now that we have a div tag, let me show you. We can do something like class equals and then orange. And then if we in our CSS do orange and give it a color and click run, now everything right here is red. Or you know what? Let me make it orange, like the class name is now orange. We haven't changed any H1s or Ps. We have just changed all the text inside this div. Oh, the two links are actually the same. Yeah, I use the same link for both.
Finish.
Oh, okay. I put my whole code in chat.
Yeah, it seems right. Let me 1 second. I hope I did that. No. Oh, Chitapat, are you saying that the link I posted is wrong? Like, we're not able to use it? Huh. Let me double check my links here. Because I believe all the links should be the same. Oh, shoot. I have the wrong link. Thank you for telling me. Let me go ahead and fix that. Yeah, I have a different link for the American class, and that's what I put in. All right. Give me 1 second, everyone, if you need to fix that real quick. Sorry, everyone. Give me one moment here. There we
What are
go.
you typing?
I am typing an apology in the correct link. All right. All right. Hopefully that didn't mess too many people up, but ooh, okay. Thank you for bringing that to my attention.
You teach Americans, right? You teach
Yes.
British people too.
Hey. All right. Yeah, I have another link for a different class. And I posted that link instead. I am so mad at myself. Okay. I'll go ahead and just give a review of the what I've said here. Basically, again, we're on REPL. And I have started by just making a basic little website, giving an H1, like welcome to my website. I've used another a P tag here saying very important text.
That is not very important.
It is not. And now let's say I'm now going to have another section of my website, okay? I'm going to have, oh, more people. Oh, shoot. Okay. Welcome, welcome. All right, I should probably actually give some time here for more people to jump on because I put in the wrong link.
The put getting. Mama, you didn't send the link to put.
Yeah, sorry, I put in the wrong link. Yeah. All right. Okay. So what I have here is just a, oh, yeah, okay, a basic little website, an H1 and a paragraph tag here. Welcome to my website. This is very important, or very important text. And now let's say I want to add a less important section. Okay, I have an H2, and this is less important stuff. And I'll add a P here that says even less important. I can, and let's say I want to be able to style these two portions of my website differently. You know, I want to make this all in like grays and stuff, and I want to make this all in very vibrant colors. I could use a class, but that would make some toughness by if I want to change like background colors. Welcome, welcome. All right. I very much messed up with the link thing. So, I have two portions of my website here. And let's say I wanted to change like the background color and so many other different things about whole different sections of my website. There's various ways I could do this, but the simplest way is to use what's called a div tag. A div tag is written like this: $, div, greater than sign. A div tag. And you notice that replit actually adds like extra, it adds the end tag on its own. I don't want the end tag to be here, so I'm going to take it, select it here, copy it, Command or Control C, and delete it. And then here, I'll go ahead and add it. Now I have a whole new tag that is wrapping around or is, on either side of the portion of my website I want to style differently. In coding lingo, we call the div the parent tag, and the H1 and P here, we call them the child tags, because the H1 and P are inside the parent tag. One other thing to mention when using this kind of stuff is to make sure to space things out correctly. We see here in the body tag, REPL gives you immediately, looks like 2 spaces between the end of the line. That way you know that the div is inside the body, or that your H1s are inside the body. We do the same thing with the div. We just go ahead and go on the H1 right before it and click tab. Tab will immediately give you 2 spaces. Just give it a little bit of space there so that we as a programmer can easily see, oh, the H1 is inside the div. I'll do the same thing with the P. Go ahead and go on there, press tab. I can also just click space 2 times. There's a kind of meme in programming between, spaces or tabs. But now I have a tag that is wrapped around a whole portion of my code. And now I'm going to go ahead and give that div a class. Remember to give it a class, you go on the div right here, give a space and put in class equals quotation marks. And then we'll name the class orange. Or we'll name it important. And I'll give everyone a chance to catch up on this code here. And when you are done, go ahead and if you can, copy it and paste it in chat like I just did, or just put done in chat.
Done.
Good job. Oh, shoot. There you go. That's what it should look like.
Done.
Good job. All right. Anyone have any questions about what I've talked about so far? All right. All right then. Oh, why is in the console it says arn run dev server? Huh. Oh, I don't know how you figured out how to run a dev server, cause I don't even know how to do that. It's not an error. It's probably just like REPL's internal stuff. It's showing you. It doesn't look like an error.
What is that?
I'm not sure. Oh, wait, 1 second. Let me. I don't know. iWii Games. Are you using REPL or are you using like a VS Code or Replit? Huh. I am unsure why you're seeing that, but it's not an error. It should be fine. Probably just like local Replit stuff. Okay. Package files. How are you? Oh yeah, you can see your package files here, I guess. You are looking into places that aren't meant to be seen. um, yeah, like packager files. How are you seeing your package JSON? I didn't know you could get that option in Replit. What button have you clicked?
Wait,
Oh, show
what?
hidden files. There we go. Is it the show hidden files that you saw? Not sure.
No, I just
don't
created a new replit and then it has like packager files and like package.json and yarn.lock.
Are you sure you're using HTML? Sure you got this
Yeah,
little
I'm pretty
file up here?
sure index.html.
Um, I am not. Okay. Since this is the more advanced class, I can give a
My
little bit of
brain
a
just
talk
like
about that.
explode. What?
Um, that stuff is all underlying code. There's a lot of code REPL needs to be able to run. Things like a package JSON would be all like these other libraries, or code that other people have written that they're bringing in to use to be able to run REPL. Yarn is a way to bring things in. Basically, there's a lot of packages and like other hidden files that you're not seeing. When you run a local environment, like with VS Code, you can see those files and you can change them and stuff. But for Replit, it should be hiding them from you. You shouldn't be seeing them. I don't know how you're seeing them. It's not a problem that you're seeing them though.
Okay.
But yeah, if you have any questions about that, I can talk about that like as class ends. Because I can talk about little things like that all day. Okay, anyways, we have a div. We have a class on it, and just like we've done before, we can go to our styles. And I already wrote it down. I'll change that to important actually. And I'll make it red. Basically, we just have a class here. Make sure to add that dot in the class. Dot important, which is the name of the class, as we saw here, important. important, important. We have the left curly brace, the color, colon, red, semicolon, and the right curly brace. And give everyone a minute to write that down. And when you're done, go ahead and put done in chat, or just copy and paste your little important.
Done. Done.
All right. I'll assume most of you are done. If I run it, you will see that everything is red. And one thing to notice is that, yeah, we could have pulled this off by giving the H1 and the P the class red. But what is important about doing it all within the div tag is that we can now do more styling things that will apply to the entire portion of the website. For example, I can add background. I am background dash color colon, and I'll do black semicolon. Can you send me the link of the template? Like the HTML template? yeah, you should be able to just go create and then create and then type in here HTML and then click on HTML CSS.js. For the actual template link, I'm unsure how to. I believe it's a official template. Yeah, it's just the HTML5. All right, but if you see here, if I click run, this entire area becomes black, which is an important difference between like giving a class here. If you did class in the H1 and a class in the P, you would give background colors to each part. So you would just have like a line of black here and a line of black here. Sometimes you might be able to get them to like coincide well, but usually with like an H1 and a P you couldn't. And like if you have even more text, you just end up with a lot of like white spaces in between. But with a div, it's just the entire div that gets that black background. Oh, and just a question in the chat here. Has anyone not been able to get onto REPL? Is anyone having trouble with that? All right. Can you not find it on the template here? HTML? Huh. Can you share your screen? Here, I'll stop my share for a moment. Could you share your screen and I can try to help you?
I don't have any color.
Okay.
I didn't have any color.
All right. To the person who has no color, you can try to post your code in chat and I can see what's wrong. Post your CSS and your HTML code. Go ahead and go to the create button. The very left.
Teacher,
Huh.
I already clicked.
That is weird. Try refreshing your REPL. Oh, and yes, to the person who
It's
their
not
code in
work,
chat, Pun is correct. The slash needs to be a dot.
but it not work. I changed it already.
All right. Puth, I will get back to you in one moment here. And Temowit, you can share your screen and I can help you. Oh, you need semicolons on each line. At the very end of each line. Yeah, 7 and 8, you need semicolons at the end. It's easy to forget because you technically don't need if like the last one in the list, but that's why I always say just put semicolons on every line because it's good to develop that habit. Yeah, if you see here real quick, I have semicolons at the end of each of my lines. Or any line with like an attribute.
Okay, it worked now.
All right. All right.
Now I know I had like the dev servers because I didn't choose HTML, CSS, JS. I chose the one with auto refresh and Spada.
Oh, yes, right. Um, yeah, on Replit you have like official languages and then some languages that other people have made templates for. And yeah, some things are gonna be like a little more, homebrew, people making it on their own so they don't like show or hide certain files. All right. Okay, give me one moment here to try and help Puth. Should I lose my code? There we go. All right, Puth, I would suggest clicking the link I just sent you, that is Replit, and just going to like a new tab with Replit and then trying it from the beginning. It could also be that Zoom is taking up too much of your CPU and you're not able to run Replit right now. I'm unsure.
I clicked it and then it goes to home.
Yes, it should go to the home and then you can go create. Then basically the create button should work. You can also maybe go to templates down here and then like you can click on HTML CSS right here. That could also work.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and carry on here for a second. I'll keep trying to help you out, Puth. But let's go ahead and do the same thing for the less important stuff. We'll add a div like this. Go ahead and copy and delete it. Put it down here. Add tabs like before. And we'll give this one the class, what's a smaller word than not important? What is an antonym for important? Yeah, unimportant, I guess. We'll call it not important. You know what? We'll call it lame. Lame, lame. The class name will be lame. And then in our styles, we'll do dot lame, left curly brace. We'll give it a background dash color of gray. And then a color, which will be the text, a normal color of white. Now, if we run it, we get our less important stuff in a very boring color.
It not work.
All right. Go ahead and can you like copy your code and post it in chat?
Yes.
It should be background color. Background dash color. Also, I would suggest doing different colors than the important class. That way you can tell the difference.
It not work.
Try posting your code in chat again, along with your HTML code as well. Oh, and if it worked for anyone else, go ahead and put done in chat. And if it doesn't work, put not working in chat. All right, Tamawa. Oh, yeah, yes, I can. There we go. Remember, it's div, same thing as before, just a div, end div here, and then class equals lame. And for Tamawat, your CSS looks correct, but go ahead and copy your HTML code and put that in chat as well. All right. Trying to gauge here how many people have gotten it to work. Tamawat, how are you doing?
And put space for color and what is it?
All right, and has anyone else gotten it to work?
It not work. Can you go to the style?
Yeah. And your style looks correct. The code you put in chat, it looks like it should work. I expect it's the HTML that's wrong.
But it not work.
Are you sure in your HTML you have like div class equals lame here?
I will. No, I don't have.
I'll go ahead and stop share for a second. Anyone who does not have their code currently working can share their screen and I can help them.
I don't have the plus line. Can you put your code in the chat, please?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, here I have. There we go. There's the HTML and the CSS. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop share one more time. And anyone who has code not currently working can share their screen.
Just a minute. I will.
All right. We'll go ahead then, and I will tentatively move on to the next thing, and then I'll help anyone with more problems. The last thing
I
I
have
want. Okay.
my code was not run, and
All
it
right.
says
Can you share your screen?
yes. What? Not.
All right. Can you scroll down a little bit?
Oh,
Oh wow.
why I do that? It not work.
Yeah. Actually, it seems that there's some little copy and paste errors there. You have another div important inside the div class lame. I'll go ahead and help you after class. I mean, near the end of class. I'll try to help you out there. But for now, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing real quick. There's one more thing I like to teach before we end. And that is the span tag. Basically, just like how div is for styling big groups of stuff, we also have a tag called span, which is for styling like singular words. For example, if I wanted to style the word welcome differently, I could put a span here, SPAN. The end tag, I'll have to copy that, delete it, and then put it after the word welcome. Or I could even just like delete the word welcome entirely and then write span out, and then inside the span, then write welcome. Whatever is easier. And now I can give that span the class, maybe, maybe I'll give this the class lame. So we have a span here with the class lame around the welcome. Give everyone a chance to write that down. And I'm curious, what do you guys think will happen? I have a div here that gives the class important around everything, making background color black, color red, and a span just around the text welcome with the class lame. And remember, just like the div, span doesn't do anything. It's just there to be a holder or a wrapper around something. But it has the class lame, which should be different than the class important. So what will happen to my welcome? What will it look like? Will it be gray or black? Post your guesses in chat. All right. I also say I am not entirely sure either. Let me run it and see what happens. And it is gray. In fact, just the word here has a gray background and a white color. This is because of a very important concept in CSS or HTML, which is the idea of specificity, which is a fancy word for the more, like the closer something is to the actual thing you're changing, the more likely that is to take effect. For example, this span just changes one word. It is very specific. This div changes a whole area. And so by the rule of specificity, or what is more specific, the span is more specific. It only changes one word, so it will take precedence. It will override any other class, any other CSS. Just like how over here, I can change the body and give it everything a color blue. That won't change any of the stuff I have except maybe this hello world down here, because this is changing the color of the entire website. But the classes are more specific. It's changing just one area. So it will override the color blue. And the span is even more specific than a class on a div. So it overrides it again. And we can even see that if I open in a new tab here, I get this little website that comes up. If REPL will allow me to load it. There we go. And on Google Chrome, you can actually go onto it and click inspect. And you can see like the code itself. You can see my code right here. And down here in styles, you see it has a class lame. I'll try to zoom in here. Class lame. And background color gray, color white. And if I scroll down, you see it also has the class important, but the color is crossed out. And the background color is grayed out. Basically, different ways of showing, same thing here with the body, that it is being overwritten. You will find it a lot in CSS that you will write code and then nothing happens. And that's because something else is overwriting your color. All right, any questions about that? All right, anyone able to get this span thing working? I will also post it in chat if anyone needs to copy and paste it. But try to write it down. And if you can get it working, then post done in chat. or say done. All right, and a real quick question: is anyone completely lost? If anyone like 5 steps behind and couldn't get up to here? Because if you are, I can totally help you out. All right. Seeing as we're nearing end of class, I will go ahead and show everyone one more thing, and then I will end class. If you are a little behind, it's fine, and you won't have to like write this down. I just want to show you guys so that you know it exists. That's a big part of programming, just knowing this thing exists. Basically, just like how with an image we can change like the width of it and stuff, we can do the same thing with text. In fact, in my lame thing, I'm going to go ahead and do width, 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 colon, and then 100 pixels, or 100 px. This will do a very interesting thing, which is when I run it, the entire less important stuff section has shrunk. If we see in my, let me open a new page here, it has shrunk to the width of 100 pixels. I can give it like a height of maybe 500, or let's go 1000 pixels. Run it, and then if you see my website, I have a really long area. And I can just keep messing with this. I can give it a width of 1000 and a height of 1. And now it does really weird stuff. Like it just becomes this tiny line. Maybe 10. Now you only see like 10 pixels worth of it. There's a ton of fun little stuff we can do here, shrinking things and making them taller. But it's very useful actually for just making boxes. Like sometimes, you don't want an entire area of your website to be the entire length of a website. For example, if I wanted to do something like 500 pixels each way, this actually looks very normal. If I refresh the page, now I have an entire box here where I can put writing, and it doesn't affect this side. And now later, when I learn more advanced CS50 or CSS, I can put stuff on the right side too. There's a lot of fun things I can do there. If we know, I believe most of us should remember text align center, like that, text dash align, ALIGN colon center semicolon. If I run that, and now on my replet, that's all in the center. And I can use this for like a piece of information I want to put on the side of my website. There's a lot of fun things you can do there. And with that, class is officially over. Hope you're able to learn something. We'll have class again, same time next week. Or it's possible I'm going to move stuff around, but it should be same time still. And I will just be here to keep answering questions. Another 10 minutes, get everyone a chance to write stuff down. I can check your code and answer questions.
I do everything. It's all right.
All right, good job. And yes, remember for homework, just go ahead and use the stuff you learned today, mess around, make something decent, and then post your code on the Facebook and I can check it.
Can I share screen?
Maybe in a couple minutes. I just want everyone to have a chance to like write this down if they can.
Okay.
And by the way, if you are done, go ahead and, well, I'll just check your code on Facebook. It'll be fine. But if you'd like, you can also post your code on the chat.
Did I have homework?
Yeah, just personalize the website a bit, make it your own a bit, and then post it on the Facebook or the Discord. And all right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the share, and anyone who would like to can share the screen.
Did it look like this?
All right. Yeah, that looks good. Good job. Go ahead and scroll down. Oh, yeah, it's fine. All right, I'll be here for a couple more minutes if anyone has any other questions. All right, in that case, have a good rest of your weekend. Goodbye.
Bye. I'm hungry.
Me too.
I'm just gonna eat butter.
Good choice.